Hi guys, welcome to Geek Stuff and welcome to this entirely spoiler-free review of Get Out. First of all, if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe because this channel is pretty cool. There is a subscribe button below this video, or it'll just pop up at the end if you just keep watching. You've probably heard of Get Out before, a horror movie of which the trailer got people really confused because they were like, is it a horror, is it a comedy, what is it? Well, it belongs to what is, in my opinion, the most difficult of movie genres, horror comedy. Now, in Rotten Tomatoes terms, the only place you should really go if you ever want to decide whether or not to watch a movie, after Geek Stuff, of course, when you venture into the horror comedy genre, your movie's going to rate either below a 20% or above a 90%. This one rated 99%, and guess what? It rated the same on Geek Stuff, which is also very important, obviously. There are only 3 horror comedy movies ever that got it entirely right, and that's Zombieland, Cabin in the Woods, and Get Out. Most importantly, Get Out has officially entered my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Yeah, I know that's a big call, but I said it and I regret nothing. Let's start with the premise of this movie. Chris, a young African-American photographer, goes upstate to meet his white girlfriend, Rose's parents.
Do they know I'm black?
Should they?
You might wanna,
Mom and Dad, my black boyfriend will be coming up this weekend. I just don't want you to be shocked that he's a black man.
As soon as he gets there, something seems off. This is literally all I can tell you. The less you know about this movie, the better. A little bit about me, your humble host. I am a movie ruiner. This is my husband every time we watch a movie together. I figure out the plot in the first 10 minutes and I'm very vocal about it. Bruce Willis is obviously dead. Oh, it's Kevin Spacey. What? Old lady's a devil. Obviously setting him up. The body in the middle is Jigsaw, I'm telling you now. They're the same guy. The child is obviously a 33-year-old psychotic woman who suffers from some type of multiple personality disorder. This movie had 2 plot twists, one of which I figured out pretty quickly. The other, which was the whole foundation of this movie, I had no idea what was going to happen until it actually happened. It was brilliant and horrifying in every way possible. And in saying that, while there was a decent amount of jump scares, and by a decent amount I mean enough jump scares to keep you on your toes, but no jump scares for the sake of jump scares, this movie was more of a psychological thriller than it was a horror, really. It had visual horror elements, but it had something much more important that every good psychological thriller has. It made me feel uncomfortable from start to finish. And then there was a comedy element, which I guess was to be expected for a movie written by Jordan Peele, but it was perfect. It gave everyone this false sense of security, like a cozy little blanket every time something got too scary. You were like, oh haha, that's funny, everything's gonna be okay, and then you would just get thrown back into the deep end with the uncomfortableness and the roller coaster of emotion. The story, the dialogue, the parts that didn't have any dialogue but were filled with these uncomfortable, terrifying silences were some of the best screenwriting I've seen in my 27 years of existence. It wasn't funny for the sake of being funny, it wasn't scary for the sake of being scary, it was just genuinely an amazing movie. If you recognize the main cast but weren't entirely sure where from, let me shed some light on that for you too. Chris was brilliantly played by Daniel Kaluuya, who you may recognize from Black Mirror. The episode with the exercise bags where you cycle to get all the credits? Yes, he is English. Rose was played by Allison Williams, who you may know / hate as Marnie from Girls. If you're a horror comedy fan, Rose's dad will have a familiar face because Bradley Whitford also plays one of the puppeteers in Cabin in the Woods. Now, let's talk budget, as in, this movie barely had one. It was made with $4.5 million, and it's already made over $200 million in the box office so far. Which is crazy if you think about it. This movie is pretty much just set in one place. When you finished watching this movie, you've just followed an entire story set in one place. The only other movie that's ever managed to nail that is Heart Candy. It mimicked real life so well in the best way. The white people made me cringe, the black people made me laugh. I cheaped out on this movie and actually went to watch it on $11 Wednesday because someone told me this movie was bad, but I should have known better than to listen to this person because his favorite movie is Mall Cop. But I would have been happy to pay full price for this ticket. It's very likely that I'll go and watch this movie again, but I just wish I could erase my memory just so I could go watch it for the first time all over again. I haven't seen a movie like this in years. It was original, refreshing, probably one of the best movies I've ever seen, and definitely the best horror comedy I've seen. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more movie reviews and also more awesome geek stuff. Bye!